Welcome to the Girl with Blue Energy. I'm Patty, the Girl with Blue Energy. Today I'm making a video to serve two purposes. One, I want to talk about bipolar disorder and sleep and why sleep is so important for us, and how to manage the sleep disruptions that we have when we're manic and depressed. And I'm also making week 2 of my video for my 90-day transformation. If you're new to my channel, I started this channel a few months ago by creating a 90-day transformation for myself. And at the time, the plan was just to record myself every day and put it on YouTube as I made this amazing, life-changing transformation. So you can go back and watch my first set of videos, my first 90-day videos. The first one was terrible. You can hear my camera anxiety, and I think I've grown a lot by making these videos. So I am doing a second 90-day transformation, this time with some friends. So this is a video for part of that transformation, but it's also to talk about bipolar and sleep. So one of my goals for this newest 90-day transformation is to make a YouTube video for this channel once a week, and to write a book during that time. It's something I've always wanted to do, but never actually stuck with it and completed. So this week, I am happy to say I am almost done with the first chapter of my book. I wanted to get it finished today, but it's now 12:30 and I need to do some real work. So the first chapter in my book is going to be, or not going to be, it is about the changes I've made in my life that have helped me manage my mood disorder and be more productive and accomplish more of my goals. And I've talked in other videos about meditation and exercise and some of those things. But this video is specifically about sleep, because sleep is one of the biggest issues people have when they have bipolar disorder. And our sleep habits, I believe, have a lot of impact on our moods. So that's what I'm writing my first chapter about, and it will be more detailed than what I'm going to do in this video. But I really want to talk to people who have bipolar disorder, and particularly bipolar 1. I have bipolar 1, and I found that I'm one of the more high-functioning people with bipolar 1, and when I've sought out content on bipolar disorder, I don't find a lot of content from people who actually have it, which is one of my motivations for creating and growing this channel. So I don't want to get too long-winded here, because I know that if you're anything like me, your attention span is short. So let me get to the point. So I've read a lot of books on how to improve your life, and most of them talk about habits and creating habits. So if you do 3 habits today and you keep doing that, and then you add another tiny little habit, eventually those compounding habits will make a huge difference in your life. And I've read several books discussing this idea, and I always thought, yeah, that's great. I've tried that. I've tried to start these habits. If I could stay happy, if I wasn't depressed all the time, I could stick with these habits, because sometimes I've gone a month or 2 months being really consistent on my habits just to get thrown into a deep, dark hole of depression or mania, and all my habits just go right out the window. And I never was able to get more than 2 or 3 habits established before they all came crumbling and falling apart. So the habits that they talk about, like the successful people, the time management people talk about, I'm like, these are all great, but I can't do it. I don't need to know what I need to do. I need to know how to do it. And what I mean by that is, I don't need you to tell me what I need to do each day. You need to make your bed. You need to do your laundry. You need to do this each day. I need to know, how do I make myself do it? Yeah, I know I'm supposed to make my bed, but how do I make myself do this every day? How do I get the dishes done at night when I'm completely exhausted? So that's what I'm talking about in chapter 1 in my book, but that's also what I want to talk about in this video, because as bipolar people, and I don't think just bipolar people, people in general, we don't do this one habit, the one habit that makes the biggest impact. If you don't work on this habit, you won't be able to do any of the other habits or work on compounding habits. So this was the thing I changed first in my life, and I changed it after reading a lot on the science of bipolar disorder. And it started with, I read a case study on this woman that had refractory depression, and they couldn't treat it. She had taken a ton of antidepressants. She was on lithium. They even tried electroshock therapy, and she was still depressed and suicidal. And so they tried something different. And I found this case study because I was searching for information on how to manage morning depression, because that was one of my biggest problems with bipolar. I would wake up every morning feeling extremely depressed, and I knew it probably had something to do with my serotonin levels, but I couldn't fix it. That's how I found this case study. I started reading about sleep because every morning I would wake up feeling depressed. Not every morning, but I woke up frequently with what I called morning depression. And I also have problems with depression at night when I'm tired. So I started thinking there's got to be a sleep component, something about sleep. And that's when I really started reading about circadian rhythms and how some researchers think bipolar is a circadian rhythm disorder. So when I found this study, one of the things they talked about was how they prescribed sleep deprivation as a treatment for this woman. So they used a schedule where they adjusted her sleep schedule. So she got only 4 hours of sleep one night, and then I think 4 or 5 the next night. But she went through 5 days of sleep deprivation, and then they put her back on a regular normal sleep schedule. And that sleep deprivation is what triggered her, improved her mood. And that's because I think scientists know that not getting enough sleep can trigger mania. And if you use sleep modification intentionally, you can use it to modify someone's mood. So I've tried that sleep experiment myself, and I'm going to have the actual time frame of when they had her sleeping in my book when I get it finished. But I've tried that sleep experiment, and it really helped me to lift myself out of a depression. So I read more on this, and the more I read, the more I realized that bipolar people are extremely sensitive to changes, and sleep is one of the biggest ones. Sleep, not getting enough sleep, is what has always been the trigger that's thrown me into a manic episode. If I go 2 or 3 days without sleeping, I will end up getting manic, like really manic, and not be able to sleep for days on end. And so I've had legit mania episodes that have landed me in the hospital. So I manage my sleep. That's one of the first things I've changed in my life. And when I changed this, and I only got really consistent in OCD with it, probably during the last transformation and a little bit before that. But now I am really, really religious about when I go to sleep and when I get up. And I don't always do that perfectly. Sometimes friends keep me up. My fiance wants me to watch a movie, or I get stuck on a libertarian phone call for too long. But I make a concerted effort to go to bed at 9 o'clock every night and get up around 5 or 5:30. And by doing that, that has stabilized my moods in a way that medication never did. So that's why I'm making this video, because I don't think bipolar people realize how much their sleep habits impact their mood. So I am making this a priority in my book to put sleep as at the top of your priority list. Don't worry about changing all your habits and routine. Don't start exercising and super cleaning your house. Work on sleep habits first, because once you get those in order, your moods will be more stable, your appetite, your energy, a lot of that will improve, and then you'll go into making changes in your life so much easier. So that was what I wanted to talk about today, and to let you know I'm on track with my goals right now for my 90-day transformation. I still have a couple things I need to finish up from last week, but I am almost done writing my first chapter of my first book, and I'm staying on a consistent schedule with my YouTube videos. So I realize that I'm still getting the hang of this, but I hope as I continue to grow this channel that I get better at making videos and create better quality content for people who are watching me. So I'm doing really well. I'm on week 2 of my 90-day transformation. And if you're new to my channel, please read the description. I have a link to my Facebook group in there. So if you want to join our 90-day transformation, you can. I realize you might be a little off track, but that's okay. We're not, we're all doing our own thing in this group and our transformation our own ways. So you're very welcome. And if you just found my channel, hi and welcome. I hope you will hit the subscribe button and like this post. And you know, I'd really like it if some of you would tell me a little about your sleep habits, and if you try doing a really super consistent sleep routine for a couple weeks, if you tell me, hey, this made a big difference, because I think you'll find that it does. So at any rate, I'm getting a little rambly, so I'm going to wrap this up. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for more videos on self-improvement, bipolar disorder, ADHD, and mental health.